What's up, everybody? John Arapoli here with my MMA news, and today's guest is coming off a win over Loma Lubumi at UFC Vegas 43. That win came by way of a unanimous decision. I'm once again talking to Loopy Godinez here today. Loopy, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate the time. I know you're getting done with practice there down in Mexico. Really appreciate you making the time for this interview.
No, thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem at all. We'll start with the obvious one here, right? 3 fights in the last 43 days. That's absolutely incredible. Of course, 2 victories in your natural weight class of strawweight. Just how are you feeling both physically and mentally after going through 3 fights in the last little over a month?
Oh, I feel great. I'm good. Of course, a little bit tired, but that's normal. This is just what it is. But really happy, honestly. Can't complain.
I bet it's hard to complain after coming off of 2 victories like that. And let's get into the X's and O's of this fight. Now, I will ask you a little bit more about being active a little bit later on, but I do want to talk about the most recent thing being this victory here. You were pretty open and right in the lead up to it. You said that wrestling was going to be the key to victory. Indeed, it was. What was it that you saw on the lead up to this fight that you knew that was going to be the path to victory?
Well, I just saw that she have no fight wrestler, like mostly wrestling. So yeah, that's what my coaches told me. And then heavy boxing. So the game plan was heavy boxing, take her down, hopefully submit her, but I couldn't submit her.
Well, I was going to actually say, I know you were saying you couldn't submit her. She was actually a little tougher, probably in the opening gate than you probably would have expected, right? Because that first round, you tried for a couple of takedown attempts, and she stayed tough there in the clinch. She wouldn't go down. Were you surprised at all in that opening 5 minutes when you shot in a couple times and couldn't get her to the ground like that?
Yeah, I was until I realized I was playing her game by tying up with her. So then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna shoot from the outside, and that's when I had all this, the takedowns.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, was that the adjustment then in the corner, just the not playing her game like you said, or was there something else that your coaches kind of told you in between rounds that led to you being able to get all those takedowns in rounds two and three?
Yeah, and also like I'm like, might as well try it, let's see. And then I tried, and it was a lot easier.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say, is there anything too like that when you look at this performance, right? Because in rounds two and three, you smothered her, you got her to the ground so many different times. Was there anything that when you went back and watched the film? I don't know if you have watched. I know it's only been a couple of days, but was there anything that you wish you may have done different? I know DC was on the commentary a couple of times, was saying maybe you could have your feet in different positions and different things like that.
Yeah, so I like I think I was too high when I was in her back. Sometimes I felt too high up, and then maybe maybe not tying it up with her that much in the first round. But yeah, that's pretty much it that I will change.
I was going to say now when it comes to right making these types of adjustments, we know you're always you're always fighting. Is it difficult when you're staying active like that to make adjustments like this? Because I know a lot of fighters like to obviously take some time off in between fights, make these types of adjustments. You're always fighting. You're always on the go. Is there any like difficulty in trying to make adjustments like that?
I mean, I'm always training, and I'm always training like every aspect, of the game, to get better. So when it comes to to take a fight, a short notice fight, it's just matter of don't do this, but do this, just tweaking things here and there. But with the stuff I already know, there is no such a thing of adding new tools, the week of the fight, So it's just playing have. So that's why I try to, stay, ready and training every day so I can, do adjustments, and I can like adapt to like if whatever their game plan is or whatever.
So anyway, yeah. So obviously there are some maybe minor adjustments to make there in the fight, but irregardless, I mean, great performance. You were the clear-cut winner. How good does it feel to walk out of the octagon and win her yet again?
Yeah, really nice. I I was really happy, and it's my weight class, and I always expect a lot of myself, especially when I'm fighting in my weight class. So it's nice.
Yeah, you had that one fight at 125 pounds that you took that on 7 days' notice, being the gangster that you are. What was that experience like for you? And obviously, that's not the weight class you want to be in, but I'm sure that came with the whole new territory of fighting at 125 pounds. What was your thoughts on fighting in the flyweight division for a change?
It was good. I'm always down to fight and I love to fight. So, and if they offer me and I was available to, then that's why I did it. It's different feeling. Of course, they feel a lot heavier, all of that. But, if you don't risk, you don't win.
Yeah, exactly. It's whenever a fighter takes a risk like that, it's paid off several times, and you're not the first person to want to do something like that. And I love getting fighters' takes on why they want to stay active like that. And I'm going to ask you a little bit about being active and kind of how you approach that now. The first of which being, I guess, how do you keep your body ready to do that? I mean, that's going to be so tough, right? And it's one thing obviously to be in and out of the gym every day, but to be going through this physical sport and competing at that high of a level, twice in 7 days, 3 times in 43 days. Just how do you keep your body ready to go through that like that?
Well, I just listen to it, when I'm feeling fatigue, when I'm feeling too sore or whatever. I just listen to it. Maybe I take a day off. Maybe I don't spar today, like depends. It's just the key is just listen to your body.
Do you do any other specific like recovery things besides for giving your body a rest? Because so many fighters I've talked to say where they want to be active and they're in the gym every day and end up hurting themselves and making it worse because they weren't paying attention to recovery. Do you do any specific recovery programs, or is it just like you said there, just letting your body rest?
Yeah. Well, I'm just letting my eat healthy, let my body rest, and I have my sponsor, WHRW, that helps me to recover faster.
Now, what exactly is it that sponsor does to help you recover faster? Is it something like, is it eating, or is it like something like like a muscle roll, or what exactly do they do that helps with your recovery?
Oh, the HRW is a tablet that you put in the water or in the bathtub, and that's it has like magnesium in it and some other stuff. And like the ones that you put in the bathtub, like if you are swollen, if you have bruises and stuff like that will help you bring that stuff down and like help you to recover. Or like the ones that you drink also help for that.
Ah, okay. I was wondering what that was. It does sound very interesting. And now I want to ask you about something that you said before, right? Taking that risk. We've seen it time and time again, right? Kevin Holland's a good recent example. Gilbert Burns, another good recent example, where being active has gotten them into fantastic opportunities. Do you think that you're in a spot now, being that you like to fight, the UFC knows that you're a gamer, that you're always ready? Like, let's just say, hey, I don't know, there's a matchup, 10 versus 15, right? Two ranked opponents, somebody drops out. Hey, we need a last minute replacement. They call you up. Do you think you're getting to that point now that you are going to be that go-to person for a last minute fight for a ranked opponent like that?
Yeah, I'm open for that, of course. Yeah.
So we just talked there, right? The pros of being active, which of course leads to these great opportunities. Are there any cons to being this active in your mind?
Not really, because I'm doing what I love. I don't have kids. I don't have, stuff to really worry about. So this is my life. So, I'm free. It's perfect.
So these numbers have been being thrown out here the last couple days with you, right? Of course, there was the fight on 7 days' notice, which was a UFC record for fastest turnaround. The 3 fights in 43 days, another UFC record for having 3 fights in the shortest amount of time. What's that mean to you to have your name edged in UFC history like that?
I mean, it's cool, that I've been in the UFC for, since April, and I'm already doing all of this. It's really cool. But at the same time, I'm just doing my job. I'm just, I enjoy what I do. And all that good stuff that is happening is just, the sprinkles on top of the cake. And, it's cool. It's really cool. But that I just don't let that get my focus out of the point.
And right now, I believe I said right in the beginning of this interview that you're in Mexico, you're training there right now. Everybody knows, of course, you represent both Mexico and Canada. How long are you going to be in Mexico for? And then what exactly are you doing down there before you head back to Canada?
Yeah, well, eventually I was going to stay here for a full month, but I got the call. So I was I was here for a couple days, then I went a week to Vegas, then back here. What am I going to be doing? Just enjoying myself, enjoying the sunshine, training. Yeah, just, I deserve a couple weeks where it's just like whatever I want to do and a little bit of training. Yeah, I think it's time.
Hey, you absolutely deserve the downtime there. And then when you go back to Canada, you're still in Mexico for a couple more weeks. When you get back, do you go right into the gym immediately and start working back out in your home gym? Or do you kind of maybe take a couple weeks, see the family, and kind of unwind a little bit when you first get back to Canada?
Yeah, no, I'm going back to the gym to train, and my family is close to there, so I can see them on the weekend and have a dinner with them. And luckily, Christmas is coming, and we can all spend some nice time together, and really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I say holidays coming up here in America. We have Thanksgiving coming up here on Thursday. I know the Canadian Thanksgiving had already happened, but we'll ask about Christmas here. You guys do anything fun for Christmas? What's kind of the Christmas tradition with your family?
I'm not sure this year, but it's just my family and just enjoying our companies. That's my favorite thing to do. Doesn't matter where we go.
All right, Loopy, one last thing here, and this is the obvious one on everybody's mind. When are you fighting again? Okay, for most people, it's like, oh, I want to get a fight in midway through next year, this, that. You're fighting all the time. So when are you fighting again? We're going to see you still in this year, or you done for this year? We're going to see you sometime next year.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Never say never, right? So, all right, Loopy, really appreciate the time here today, as always. Before you roll out, I know you're busy with different things there. Social media, management, sponsors, anybody you got to give a shout out to? Floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thanks, everyone that has been with me since day one. My sponsor, HRW, my management, Iridium, my team, my family, and that's it.
All right, Loopy, again, thank you so much for the time. I know, like I said there, you're busy. You have a few interviews lined up here today on the Victory Tour, so congratulations again on the win, and thank you so much for your time. And to everybody watching, thank you guys for your time too. If you like today's interview, please make sure that you go ahead to the bottom, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you're going to My MMA News consistently to see all of the great work that we have that comes out there. Go to our social media pages, give us a like and a follow on there. And if you want to find me on Instagram or Twitter, I'm at John Eric Poli. We'll see you later, everybody.